Hello friends, welcome to a video lecture on Dynamics of Machinery course. So before going to learn about this course, it is very important to take the revision of few definitions we learn during the Kinematics of Machinery course. First, that course starts from the definition of theory of machine, which deals with the study of relative motion between the various parts of machine and forces which act on them. Then we see the classification of theory of machines that can be broadly classified into four branches. First one kinematics, then dynamics, then kinetics, then statics. So what's about the kinematics? It is that branch of theory of machines which deals with the relative motion between the various parts of the machines. Dynamics, it is the branch of that theory of machines which deals with the forces and their effects while acting upon the machine parts in motion. Kinetics, it is that branch of theory of machines which deals with the inertia forces which arise from the combined effect of mass and motion of the machine parts. Statics, it is the branch of theory of machines which deals with the forces and their effects while the machine parts are at rest. The mass of the part is assumed to be negligible. So why we have taken the revision of some of the basic definitions from theory of machines. Here, if you look towards the branch of theory of machine, dynamics is one of the branch of theory of machine which deals with the forces and their effects while acting upon the machine parts in motion. So under this dynamics of machinery subject, we'll see the different mechanical systems are in motion. So what's about the objectives of this course and what's about the outcomes of this course? Objectives are in front of you. So first of all, we are going to learn the basic principles and the applications of governors and gyroscope. Then we'll see the static and dynamic force analysis in mechanisms. Then the basic mechanical vibration systems, then balancing of mechanical systems. Then what's about the outcome of this course? Demonstrate the working principle of different types of governors and gyroscope, effect on the mechanical systems, then illustrate basic of static and dynamic forces, then determine the natural frequency of element or system, then determine the vibration response of mechanical elements or systems, then design vibration isolation system for a specific application, then demonstrate basic concept of balancing of forces and couples. So under this course, in the first module, these sub points are included. So governors and gyroscope is the first model. It consists of governor. So what's about this governor? The function of the governor is to regulate the mean speed of an engine when there are variation in the load. In the subsequent lecture, we are going to cover this few points related with the governors, such as introduction to centrifugal and inertia governors, force analysis of governors, related with the Porter and Hartnell governors, then performance characteristics of governors, then governors effect and power, then gyroscope. Introduction, gyroscopic couple and its effect on the spinning bodies, novel ships during steering, pitching, rolling and their stabilization, effect of gyroscopic and centrifugal couples, permissible speeds on the curve paths, then gyroscopic effect due to lateral misalignment of a rigid disc mounted on the shaft. In the second module, we'll discuss about static and dynamic force analysis, and in the second point, we'll discuss about the dynamically equivalent system. So under this first point, we'll cover slider crank mechanism by neglecting the mass of connecting rod and crank, engine force analysis, turning moment diagram on crankshaft. Then in the second point, under dynamically equivalent system, we'll cover to convert a rigid body into two mass with and without correction couple. In the next module, we'll see the basic concepts of vibration. So what's about this vibration? Vibration problems occurs where there are rotating or moving parts in the machinery. Then the basic terms related to the vibrations are vibration and oscillation, then causes and effects of vibration, vibration parameters. These are nothing but the basic parameters related to the vibration, such as spring, mass, damper, then damper models, then motion includes the periodic, non-periodic, then degree of freedom, static equilibrium position, vibration classification, then steps involved in the vibration analysis, such as mathematical modeling of vibration system, then formulation of equations of motion, then solution of equation of motion, then interpretation of results. So what's about mathematical model? So in the vibration parameters, we see spring, mass and damper. So any model is given that we have to convert in terms of spring, mass and damper. Then you have to draw the free body diagram by in terms of mathematical model. Then depends upon that terms involved, we have to formulate the differential equation by applying the basic principles such as D'Alembert principle, Newton's second law of motion, then principle of conversion of energy. Then in the next step, you have to get the solution of the equations by applying the different methods such as Laplace transformation method, then matrix method, some of the numericals methods are also there. Then interpretation of result. The results we can get in terms of displacement, velocity, acceleration parameters. Okay. In the next part, we'll discuss about the free undamped single degree of freedom system. Under this, we will cover longitudinal, transverse, torsional vibration system, methods for formulation of differential equations by Newton, energy, Lagrangian and release method. In the fourth module, we'll discuss about the free damped single degree of freedom vibration system. Under this, we'll discuss about the viscous damped system with respect to underdamped, critical damped and overdamped system, then logarithmic decrement, Coulomb's damping. Then in the second part, we'll discuss about the equivalent single degree of freedom system, which includes conversion of multi-springs, multi-masses, multi-dampers into single spring and damper with linear or torsional coordinate system, introduction to free multi-degree of freedom vibration system. Then in fifth module, we'll discuss about the forced single degree of freedom vibratory system. Under this, we'll see the analysis of linear and torsional systems subjected to harmonic force excitation and harmonic motion excitation, excluding elastic damper. In the fifth module, in second point, we'll discuss about the vibration, isolation and transmissibility, which includes the force and motion transmissibility as well as typical isolators and mounts. Third point includes the vibration measuring instruments such as principle of seismic instruments, then vibrometer, accelerometer for undamped and damped system, then introduction to condition monitoring and fault diagnosis. In the next module, we will discuss about the rotor dynamics. Under this, the critical speed of single rotor for the undamped and damped case is studied. In the next point, we will discuss about the balancing, which includes static and dynamic balancing of multi-rotor system, balancing of reciprocating masses in inline engines, V engines, excluding other radial engines. So this is about the total syllabus of our dynamics of machinery course. Then the assessment is done on the following points. First one, internal assessment for 20 marks, that is unit test 1 and unit test 2 is included. Then end semester examination, the weightage is given for this one as 80 marks. We'll discuss this one with the help of one question paper. Then the different reference books used for this one, as first one, Theory of Machines by S.S. Ratan, then Mechanical Vibration by S.S. Rao, then Mechanical Vibration by G.K. Grover, Mechanical Vibration by Mehta and Kile. Then laboratory work. So objectives and outcomes are also included with respect to this laboratory work. So here, what are the basic principles are available with respect to every mechanical system? When we apply, then we can get the certain outputs. So here we can get certain outputs with respect to various systems. Then these are nothing but the experiment list in front of you. It includes the total 10 experiments. We are going to conduct here 8 experiments. Along with this 8 experiment, some of the experiments from virtual lab also we are going to cover here. Then the term work part consists of this one, assignment. So on each module we are going to cover the 2 numericals with respect to every point. Then the total weightage given for this term work in this way: laboratory work 15 marks, then assignments 5 marks, then attendance 5 marks. So total weightage given for this subject: 80 mark theory, 20 marks for internal test, then 25 marks for the term work, 25 marks for the practical and viva. So total 150 marks weightage is given for this subject. Now say one sample question paper. So in this way, 80 marks weightage is given for the entire question paper. It includes total 6 questions. So each question carries 20 marks. So question number 1 is compulsory, and from question number 2 to question number 6 you can solve any 3 questions. So in question number 1, for the sub questions 5 marks weightage is given. You have to solve any 4 questions from this one, and from question number 2 to question number 6 every question includes the 2 sub questions which carries 10 marks weightage. So if you go through this question paper, near about 40 to 50 marks weightage is given for the theory, and a rest of the weightage is given for the numericals. So in the first topic we will discuss about the governors in the next lecture. Thank you.